In this video, I'll show you how to use the search filter within the system. Now, all three pages, the contacts, customers, and team pages, all have this search filter box on the left-hand side of the screen. So there's a couple sections to it, and I'll quickly walk you through it. This first one, the search for, this is where you can type in the contact's name, either first or last, their email address, or their phone number. Next, you have the next contact section. And this allows you to search a certain date range for when you have next engagements or the next contact date scheduled. So you know when you go through the 4-step engagement process and you have to choose set reminder or schedule appointment? Well, if you do a certain date range, it'll only pull people up with scheduled appointments or reminders within that date range. Now, if you choose show all, that will take every date range, future and past. So if you want to search for all the date ranges out there, make sure you select show all. The next feature at the bottom, or the next section, is contact status. And this is put here to help you filter out between active contacts and old contacts. So the longer you're in the system, the more inactive contacts you'll have in there. And an inactive contact is anyone who you've selected mark inactive next to. So to give you an example, I'm going to click on this contact here, Chris1-, click view. And across all the different areas on this left-hand menu, you can select mark inactive. So you may do that because you did a takeaway message to them, or because they're not a good lead, or you never got a hold of them. But when you click mark inactive, it keeps the contact in the database, so you can search for it, but they won't be in the active page where they pop up on a regular basis. So you can select include active if you just want to search for all the contacts who are in the active engagement process. You can select include inactive if you want to search all the inactive contacts you've built up over the last month or years. And you can also select include newsletter. Now, this newsletter feature is really only important if you have a website linked up to the system where the contacts and the newsletter get imported directly into the system, or you're using one of our marketing or lead cooperatives and you have leads coming from our system. Now, this last section, the source, allows you to drill down to a specific lead source or website. Again, this will really only come in useful is when you have one website or multiple websites linked in the system, or you're in different marketing cooperatives that are running throughout the system. So you can see here I've got about 6 or 7 different sources in this test account. So if I only wanted to pull up contacts tied with the anti-suit entrepreneur, I would select that, and it would limit the search results to anyone from anti-suit entrepreneur. So to do a search, it's real simple. You just type in whatever information up here, select what you want, click submit, and the page will reload and it'll bring back everyone within that search requirement. Now, if you do a broad search for a first name, such as Chris, you'll probably get back quite a few results. Now, if you put in a phone number or an email address, you'll probably only get 1 or 2 search results back. And again, the page will display people in the categories you're familiar with, such as connect, develop, follow up, and close. But at the top, you'll also notice there's a newsletter category as well. Well, that's because I selected the include newsletter checkbox on the search filter. Now, a quick tip, if you want to see all of the contacts in your system, leave this search box blank, check show all, then check include inactive, active, and newsletter, and source show all, and if you click submit, it'll pull up every single contact you have in your database. Now, this is a fairly old test account I have So you can see it's pulling back hundreds and hundreds of contacts. Well, that's it for this training video. The search filter is pretty self-explanatory once you start using it. If you have any problems, please contact us and we'll help you find the right contact using the search filter.